What is more terrifying, that we are alone, or that we are not? Hello friends, I am DragoNate and welcome back to another DragoNate Reading Your Answers video. Last week I asked you guys which was more terrifying, that we are alone or that we are not. That question came to us from my friend Kroko. Now, you guys answered and I will be reading your answers in this video, but of course we need a new question for this week, which is going to be, which is more important, doing the right thing or doing things right? This question comes from another Discord server that I'm on for a particular game from someone named Lynn. So what do you think? Leave your answers in the comments below and I will read them next week. Now, let's see what you think is more terrifying. My mom says, I don't want to be alone. It is scary. I would like to have a partner. Right now, I'm not alone, for I have you here with me. And I love you for that, but one day that will probably change. That's where a partner would be nice. But I do believe also that I am never alone, for my God is always with me. Oh, I should have probably mentioned a little thing regarding this question, because for a question like this, it can be taken in multiple different ways. It could be just, the fact of, being scared to be alone, or not. Could be something along the lines of how a person can be invisible, feel totally invisible and totally alone in a huge group of people. Some people might think it could do with aliens, others maybe religion. So I just kind of want to get that out of the way. It can be kind of any of these different categories, alright? Now Zincat says, do you mean in a universal sense? If that's the case, then I think it'd be more terrifying to think we're all alone, because then we'd have to get it right, since we'd be the only life to have a chance, and we don't seem to be doing that very well these days. Darn right. T. Lisa says, in many ways both options can be equally terrifying, which is also very true. Omar does think that we are alone in the universe. Caesar says, I literally cannot answer your question without maybe chatting with you for a few hours. That's a really tough question in my opinion. Definitely, it can bring up so many different topics of conversation, and that's what's kind of interesting about these kinds of questions. Benny says, I think both in a kind. I mean, nobody wants to be alone forever, and nobody wants a guy that's always near you. That's psychological, terrifying. Wise Wizard says, to be honest, neither fear is awareness, but don't be consumed by it. Fear is one's ability to humble their surroundings, and being alone has perks, so is being seen, so they're all good. Kroko says, I don't find any of the options terrifying. If we are alone, it would be the same as it is now, and we are first intelligent species. If we aren't, that means so-called big filter isn't probably such a big deal. XX Skooma XX says that we are alone. Funny Fluffy asks, is a question about extraterrestrial, meaning aliens. I think we are not alone. Some of the UFO sightings just seem too real, and there's so many planets out there. There are a lot of planets out there. There are tons of planets out there, and who knows what planets exist in other galaxies or other parts of our galaxy or whatever. Now, I personally believe that in terms of aliens, I don't think that there are any out there. I think that in that regard we would be alone. But I do believe in God, because I can't look at what we have around us and at people and living creatures in general and see that just kind of poof appeared out of nothing, or random chemicals coming together or whatever it is that happened. I just can't fathom that. I feel like it makes more sense that there would be some kind of creator that created everything that's around here. And as for all those planets and everything else in the universe, maybe they were just put there to be beautiful, to give us some beauty, because if we were to look out of our planet, which we've obviously done, then to see emptiness would just be terrifying and disgusting. And that is it for this week's question, so thank you all so much for your answers. If you have a nagging question and you'd like to get the opinion of other people, leave your question also in the comments below. But don't forget to answer this week's question, which again is, which is more important, doing the right thing or doing things right? Leave your answers in the comments below and I'll read them next week. Now also, one new thing that I've kind of wanted to add to these videos, only since they are a weekly thing, I've thought about it tons of times before, and I kind of want to make it like, I want to just put in a number here of how many subscribers I have, or maybe I can put it in the comments or in the description or something like that, just how many subscribers I have at that time, because right now I believe I'd kind of sort of just past 500, or I'm close to it anyway. And there have been many times where I've looked at someone's channel and watch, a video or two or something, and then I've kind of left or not really thought about the subscribers or looked at that, and then I come back feels to only be a week or maybe a month later, and it's like, well, how did they get 15 times as many subscribers as they had previously? Or something, because that's just kind of how it feels. So I kind of want to leave a little number somewhere here showing that, so that every week I can kind of see the progress or the growth in that kind of regard. I don't know, maybe some of you out there are also curious about that kind of thing. So the last thing, of course, is Humble Bundle. Right now they have a Telltale Games build your own bundle, so you can build your own bundle of the different Telltale games. Great, thank you, car outside. The more items you put into that bundle, the bigger the discount will be on that bundle and on the items in that bundle and that kind of thing. So I'll leave a link, of course, you know, over here and also up there. So go check that out. They also still have the Chuck Tingle Humbles Our bundle thing, and they have multiple others on there as well. So go check that out. There may be some audiobook bundles or book bundles, comic book bundles, software bundles, or games that you may be interested in. But they have more than just games, just so you know, because I know there's some people who aren't interested in that. So go take a look. And that is it. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you again very soon. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye, and God bless.